The judge in the Trump hush money trial has evidently come to his senses, and he realized all this crap is backfiring, preventing Trump from attending his son Barron's high school graduation. Now he's going to let him go. The gag order. I saw a clip last night. Somebody who's just baffled. Why isn't this judge putting Trump in jail over violating the gag order? I'm mystified by this. I'm completely confused by this. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Why isn't he locked up? Why aren't they punishing him? Here he is. Ellie Honig on MSNBC is completely CNN. I get the two mixed up. CNN. Here's a contributor completely flabbergasted at the judge not clamping the handcuffs on Trump for allegedly violating the gag order.
I'm mystified by this. I mean, I'm officially retired from the art of predicting when this judge is going to rule on this, because I think I've said every day it has to be today. And I think he's leaving the door open. I will say Judge Merchan's doing a good job so far. He's the kind of judge I would have liked to appear in front of as a prosecutor. He's keeping order and efficiency in that courtroom, but this is a blind spot for him.
Uh-oh. He's not going to like the judge now. Some breaking news. The judge has ruled he fined Trump $1,000 per gag order violation. And there was 9 of them. $9,000. You know what $9,000 is to a billionaire like Donald Trump? Walking around money. That's hysterical. $9,000 fine? Now get ready. They're already starting to lose their minds on social media. This judge is corrupt. He's MAGA. This judge is a... They turn on each other so quickly, it cracks me up. We have the Nancy Pelosi cut. I want to play Katy Tur. You want to see the left devour the left? This is delicious. This is absolutely delightful. Forgive me, Christian. I don't know which one is the actual clip itself. You have it? All right, so here's Katy Tur. And Pelosi is babbling about how Biden created jobs and Trump didn't. Now, of course, there was a little thing called a pandemic, which impacts job numbers. When you shut the country down, you're going to lose jobs. When finally we come to our senses and we reopen the country again, jobs are going to come back. The Democrats are trying to give Biden all that credit. Now, I get it. They're looking at data and they're saying, oh, look at all the jobs that they didn't do it. Again, that's like burning down the grocery store, costing 50 jobs, and then rebuilding a grocery store next door and say, look, we got 50 jobs created. I mean, so Katy Tur has the gall, has the nerve, has the temerity to point this out to old Nancy. Listen to old Nancy's shock and outrage at Katy Tur daring to point out the obvious.
And Joe Biden is doing that, created 9 million jobs in his term in office. Donald Trump has the worst record of job loss of any president. So we just have to make sure people know.
That was a global pandemic.
He had the worst record of any president. We've had other concerns in our country. If you want to be an apologist for Donald Trump, that may be your role, but it ain't mine.
You want to be an apologist? I mean, I thought Pelosi's dentures were going to pop out when Katy Tur said that. I mean, there was a global pandemic. Trump had the worst job numbers. Trump had to try to deal with the pandemic, where a country was shut down because we were stupid enough to listen to the Democrats who were terrified that we were all going to drop dead of COVID at a moment's notice, and we all had to stay home. So all those jobs went away, and Pelosi is blaming Trump for COVID. Pelosi is trying to give credit to Biden for COVID and the job recovery after we finally reopened the country. And all Katy Tur did was point it out. And honestly, you got to see this clip. Tracy, maybe we ought to send it on the My Pillow text line because it's rich. Pelosi looks around. I'm not kidding you. I thought her teeth were going to pop right out of her jaw. She looks, her eyes bug out. She can't believe an MSNBC host is pointing out that there was a global pandemic, and you can even hear Katy Tur's almost embarrassed to say it. She kind of murmurs it. That is such a telling exchange. Can we play it one more time? You can hear the reluctance in Katy Tur's voice. She kind of murmurs it. Well, there was a global pandemic. And Pelosi is stunned. And then she gets mad and name calls her, accuses her of being a Trump apologist.